How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a heroic day. Today we are taking a look at how I was able to get over 26,000 points from one raid. Let's get right into it. We're taking a look at raid number 6. And of course, starting off with the Barbarian camp. A very strange layout this time around, which is kind of unique and also much more fun, if you ask me. So here, of course, we're trying to open up deployment to get close to the rocket artillery and the air bombs. So we are bringing in some additional rams to open up the wall sections. In case you didn't know, your deployment zone will open up even if you've destroyed all of the defenses. In a quadrant, you still have to open up the wall section with a ram, otherwise you'll be locked out of it. So we are able to sneak in and get some of the air bombs taken out. Do have a bunch of Teslas, unfortunately, that pop in front, so we're not quite able to get directly in front of the rocket artillery. But we were still able to take out enough in this first attack. So now there's only about 5,300 worth of defenses for the final hit. So now we're just dropping the other two graveyards very close to the rocket artillery, and then one over this air defense, because we know we'll be able to directly target these spear thrower, and it'll be very, very nice. So now we're just going to be patient, dropping in one pack of balloons per defense, trying to time it so they don't get hit by the air bombs and they don't get hit by the rocket artillery shot. We have a whole bunch of air targeting, or not air targeting, but we have a whole bunch of air skeletons, which is nice. So we even have 5 more packs of balloons left. And once that building goes down with the minions, we're going to start sending in the remainder of the balloons to try and snipe this air defense. There's one more rapid rockets left, and that is all Shiro. So now it's nothing left but the cleanup. We're able to get this base taken care of in 2 hits, and we're even able to walk away with a bonus 108 troops. So now we're going to be taking a look at the Builder's Workshop. We did 1 hit. The first hit with Wrath. So here we are taking a look at a much different layout. However, these guys, they still insist on putting no other splash defenses next to the blast bow. So of course we're going to drop 2 graveyards and let the skeletons go ham. Drop down the other graveyard all over the giant cannon and the multi-mortar. And we're trying to save a few of the super wizards because we noticed that there is the lack of tanking, and this multi-mortar does eventually kill super wizards. So we have, some of them at half health, and we lost a couple of them, which isn't too bad. But with all the troops dying, the skeletons did take out the blast bow, which is perfect, because now there is no other splash damage that's going to be able to take out the super wizards. So now we can just let the giants eventually creep in front, and then let these splash do the work. So the only thing that's really left that can hit them is the spear thrower. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Now, I was going to hit this a second time, but now that there's really less than like 3,000 by the end of this attack, just becomes less and less worth it. Not quite less than 3,000, but just over 3,000. So on this account, I was trying to go for some higher points in one raid. So if it's not over 4,000, I sort of skip it. But now we are able to take a look at a almost standard layout, but not quite. So we're trying to come in from this right side first, to take out this rocket artillery. But we are having some issues, and the rocket artillery takes out a couple of the giants and the super wizard. So now we're just being patient, because we don't want to have too many super wizards die out. Fast forward a little bit. Now we do deploy the other graveyard over the Inferno Tower, and then we do try and send in graveyard to this weaker rocket artillery in the hopes that it may eventually take it out. So we had that one pair of giant bombs that took out the majority of the health on those wizards, which is always kind of scary. But now we deploy the majority of the rest, and then we're just trying to send in some of the rams from different angles to help tank for the super wizards. As always. So we do get a nice chunk of the core taken out, which is perfect. So then for the final attack, we just have to figure out what kind of angle we take to get both the rocket artilleries and the Inferno Tower. We do have some clutch troops on this right hand side that almost take out the rocket artillery. Not quite. So now we are dropping a graveyard to try and get the Inferno, one over the other rocket artillery, and then one over these pack of defenses. So here we are splitting our army in half, deploying a bunch of stuff on the left hand side and a bunch of stuff on the right hand side. So we definitely want to take out this rocket artillery, and we definitely want to have some troops take out the crushers so that the crushers don't destroy everything all at once. And with that, we now have troops coming in from both sides doing a pincer maneuver, which is perfect. So now there's no way that this bomb tower is going to be able to defend against all these skeletons. We have just a few more defenses left. And then we will move on to the Golem quarry. And that is where I also did a solo hit on this base, because it is the basic layout. So here I wanted to see if we drop one graveyard over these central big defenses, and then one over this multi-mortar, and sort of deploy everything in a line, and then have a couple packs of Larrys to take out this whole section. How much of the base can we actually destroy? Because there is a one-shot strategy for the Golem quarry, but it is insanely difficult to take out at capital peak level 8. So you can still get a pretty decent hit with just using the graveyard spam strategy. As we can see here, everything has converged onto the core. And now we're just waiting to see where everything goes. So we get a pretty nasty split. So this group up top is just going to instantly die out, unfortunately. And then we do have the rocket artillery just going ham. But we're able to get over 4,000 points, which is perfect. So with all those attacks combined, we are able to get 26,343 loot for this raid weekend. So let me know how you guys thought that this week's videos went. Did things a little bit differently. Instead of saving one account per base, I sort of just went with one account per raid. So just try and hit the bases fresh if possible. If not, try and do some combining attacks and see how it goes. So hope this video is helpful. If you want to help me out, you are more than welcome to subscribe and hit the like button. And there are a couple more videos on the screen if you want to check them out. Thanks for watching. Take care.